great world.
You would be, sweet madam, if your miseries were the same abundance as your good fortunes are. And yet, for aught I see, there are six that fit with too much, and they beside with nothing. It is no mean happiness, therefore, to be seated in the mean. To preclude comes sooner by great hair, but comes to live longer.
Good sentence this, and well pronounced.
They would be better if well followed.
But this reasoning is not in the fashion to choose me a husband. Oh me, the word choose. I may neither choose who I would, nor refuse who I dislike. So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Is it not hard, Nerissa, that I cannot choose one, nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men at their death have been inspiration. Therefore, the lottery that he has devised, and these 3 chests of gold, silver, and lead, whoever chooses him and chooses you, shall no doubt never be chosen by any right for one who you shall rightly love. But what wants to send your affection towards any of these princely suitors that are already come?
I pray thee, overname them, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
First, there is Neapolitan Prince.
Ah, that is a colt indeed. For he talks nothing but talk of his horse, and he makes it a great appropriation to his own good parts that he can shoe himself. I am much feared, my lady, his mother plays false with the smith.
Then there is Count Palatine.
He talks nothing but frown, as you should say, and you will not have me choose. He hears merry tales, and smiles not. I fear he will prove a weeping philosopher when he grows old, being so full of unmannerly sadness in his youth. I would rather be married to Death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. God defend me from the two.
How say you then to the French lord? Monsieur Le Bon?
God made him, and therefore let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but he has a horse better than the Neapolitan, a better bad habit of frowning than Count Palatine. He is every man and no man. If it's wrong to sing, he falls straight at Capri. He will fence with his own shadow. If I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. If he was despising, I would forgive him. For if he loves me to madness, I shall never require him.
What think you of the Scottish lord, his neighbor?
You know, I say nothing to him, for he understands not me, nor I him. He has neither Latin, French, nor Italian. And you will come into the court and swear I have a poor pennyworth in English? He's a proper man's picture, but alas, who can converse with a dumb show? How oddly he is suited. I think his brown nose in France, his bonnet in Germany, his brown nose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
How like you the Scottish lord, his neighbor?
He has a neighborly charity in him, for he borrowed a box of the ear of the Englishman and swore he came back again when he was able. I think the Frenchman became a surety and sealed under for another.
What think you of the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew?
Oh, very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is little worse than a man. When he is worse, he is little better than a beast, and the worst ball that ever fell. I hope I shall make shift to go on without him.
If he should offer to choose, and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will, if you should refuse to accept him.
Therefore, for fear of the worst, I pray thee, set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket, for if the devil be within and temptation without, I know he will choose it. I will do anything, Nerissa, or I will be married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the habit of any of these lords. They have acquainted me with their determination, which is to return to their home, and trouble you with no more suit. Unless, of course, maybe one by some other sort of your father's imposition, the payment on tax.
If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana. Unless I be obtained by the manner of my father's will. I am glad this part of the world is so reasonable. For there is not one among them but I go on his very absence. And I pray, God grant him a fair departure.
Do you remember, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, and a scholar, and a soldier, who came hither in the company of Marquis of Montserrat?
Yes? Yes, it was Bassanio, as I think, so was he called?
True, madam. He of all the men that ever my foolish eyes have looked upon was best deserving of a fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise.